201.
Item 201, request for approval of contract between City and Goforth and Marty, DBA GM Business Interiors for Herman Miller System brand office furniture and related services. We do have a public speaker in opposition on this item.
And please introduce yourselves for the record.
Christina Peralta, Department Director for Purchasing and Contracting.
Karen Johnson, Asset Manager, Real Estate Asset Department.
Matthew Helm, Deputy Director of Purchasing and Contracting.
And how much time would you like for your presentation?
4 minutes, please.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Council President Cole, Council President Pro Tem Bree, and City Council members. For your consideration today, we are bringing forward a citywide contract between the City and GM Business Interiors for Herman Miller brand office furniture and their related services. Approximately 11,500 city employees occupy 1.9 million square feet of office space throughout the city. Standardized modular office systems provide multiple cost and efficiency benefits. The city has an ongoing and increasing need for modular office systems. Herman Miller modular office systems are widely deployed throughout the city's office spaces, and this has been the case since August of 2013. Also, it should be noted that GM Business Interiors is the sole distributor for Herman Miller in the San Diego region. Some considerations that were taken when looking at this sole source contract: the cost efficiency, the overall lower cost of ownership of these components, the durability and interchangeability of the Herman Miller products, the non-obsolescence, standardizing office system furniture, and the warranty. Herman Miller provides an excellent product. Their warranty covers not only labor but parts. Standardization in general drives cost efficiencies for large organizations like ours, and it should be noted that for every new employee, Reed plans for $3,900 per employee when planning their spaces. For Council's benefit, a citywide agreement is generally an as-needed agreement, and expenditures against this agreement are contingent upon the available operating budgets of our city departments. Also, I'd like to note that the resolution for this item has been updated to state that no expenditures for the 101 Ash Street relocation project will be made until City Council approves that contract. That was an action taken out of committee when this was first heard on April 18th. The proposed contract offers us better pricing. The price discount comparison is for a city standard workstation. So, for example, discounts with this particular provider are applied on a per project basis and not by list price. So in other words, they are volume driven. The slide shows the discounted pricing structure that the city receives for a city standard workstation as compared to the city's current contract versus a different agency under a cooperative contract. And with that, that concludes our presentation. If you have any questions, we're available to answer them.
Thank you. The IBA has some comments.
Thank you, Council President Cole and members of the City Council. I'm Angela Colton with the Office of the IBA. We've reviewed this item and had discussions with both purchasing and contracting and real estate assets. It is an as-needed contract, so the request is to authorize a maximum of $12.5 million on the contract over 5 years. The funding for the contract itself would come from individual departments at the point in time that they need to purchase furniture, so it would be incorporated into individual departments' budgets. One other thing I wanted to mention is, Christina already mentioned it, but the resolution has been revised to incorporate the action from the Budget and Government Efficiency Committee, which states that no expenditures will occur on 101 Ash until Council approves. That concludes my comments.
Thank you. Now we'll take public testimony. Clerk, please proceed.
Yes, Bob Kozuski, please come forward. Mr. Kozuski is our only speaker in opposition on this item.
Many years ago, I was elected as a board member for the United States Hang Gliding and Paragliding Association. You guys are kind of like board members for the city. And I remember as a board member, there would be piles of stuff that would come to our desk that we would be expected to read, and nobody read it. Nobody read it. They were all playing poker and having fun and hanging out at the bar. You guys really are the last line of defense that the citizens have for spending in this city. please, this is a bipartisan request. Take it seriously. Don't just take what staff gives you. Dig into it. Have your own staff look into this stuff. I don't really know if this purchasing thing is a good deal or not, but I do know there's a lot of waste in this city, and you guys are the last line of defense. So please, take these issues seriously, dig into them, sharpen your pencils, get the real numbers. Thank you.
That concludes the public speakers on this item.
Turning to council member questions and comments, Councilmember Alvarez.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the update on the 101 Ash Street issue. I would have only, I think, one, maybe two questions. If you can put up your slide number 3 that shows the, essentially the makeup of an office space. How, in terms of square footage, how much space is that? Do you know?
It depends on the position by the AR 56, which is a recommendation. It depends on what your position is. Some of them are 8 by 8, some are 10 by 10s.
Okay. But this is one of the sort of larger sort of executive office type of space, I assume, from what I can see here. Would you say that?
I would say that's probably a 10 by 10.
10 by 10, okay. And I'm trying to figure out in this contract, either under J, the reconfiguration, or under, now I lost it. I'm trying to figure out how this contract is going to work with the space planners, because as we found out in the 101 Ash, the space planning wasn't done ahead of time appropriately, which is, I guess, one of the reasons why the cost has escalated. So how much do these folks, the actual furniture providers, work to make sure that their office equipment or desk space fits with the needs? How much of that is there happening in this contract?
I'm sorry, Councilmember Alvarez, I don't quite understand the question.
So we found out under 101 Ash Street that because we needed to reconfigure a lot, the work wasn't really done adequately in terms of reconfiguration of things like HVAC systems and where we were going to put the desks and how many desks we actually could fit on a certain floor. So I'm trying to understand whether this contract, how this contract fits into reconfiguration and into existing space, so that we can make sure that we are coordinating correctly, communicating, informing each other that this is the type of workspace we have available for this floor plan.
Well, sorry.
Good afternoon. Sibel Thompson, Director of Real Estate Assets. And Councilmember, I think I can answer your question. So the furniture provider and Gensler, the architect, work very closely together, as they did on 101 Ash Street and on any of our other projects that we work on. So the space planners will work with the standard furniture modules that we have. And as Karen indicated under AR 56, depending on the person's title, that's the module that they would get. Right. So they determine how many can fit, within the space that we're allocating. And then GMBI, who's the furniture provider, they will actually plan that within the premises.
I do see it, Sibel, in the contract under J. I just want to make sure it's captured. I think it is here. It's under J. It says it's going to review drawings for completeness, accuracy, proper applicant of product, review a plan. Contractors shall conduct field studies, so they're going to be out there measuring, it seems like. So I just want to make sure we're getting what we expect we're going to get out of this contract. And it seems like there will be coordination happening.
Yes. Yeah, and they've actually been excellent to work with over the years.
Good to know. Thank you. I'd move the staff recommendation.
Thank you, Pro Tem Bree.
I'll just second the staff recommendation.
Thank you. So we have a motion by Councilmember Alvarez that was seconded by Pro Tem Bree. Please vote. Clerk, please call the roll.
And that passes unanimously with Councilmember Sherman absent.
Thank you for the presentation. Clerk, please introduce item 204.
Item 204